It's my first channel anniversary. Yay! Okay, that was a month ago, but back then I was drowning in assignments and back-to-back exams and even more assignments, so this vid was postponed for today. And to celebrate, I'll be turning my channel mascot, my silly egg jellyfish Sona, into a full-fledged humanoid character. But first things first, before starting my design, I usually write down key parts of the character. This can be anything from their personality, character archetypes, and any interesting visual themes or tidbits that pop up into my head as I'm working. And since I'm basing this design off of my mascot Sona, it should be easier for me since I already have somewhere to start with. So I look at myself and reimagine what each element could be. For example, this yellow yolk part is round and reminds me of bobcats. Okay, I've written my ideas down. Now all that's left to do is to find some inspiration and reference pictures on Pinterest, throw them onto one canvas that I can save and use as reference later, and we can finally start with the speed paint. I've had this idea for a long time, maybe a month after I started my channel. I actually intended for there to be a part in the speed paint where I mess around with different silhouettes and go through different designs, but since I was so excited back then, I've already come up with a design that I like. I'll put some early concept arts on screen though. And while the speed paint is running, I thought I'd ramble about my thought process when I designed her. For the pose, I went for a person laying on toast, but here I pushed her pose a little bit, made it a tad bit more exaggerated to showcase her slightly playful and carefree personality. And speaking of personality, let's get to know my Sona a bit. She's a friendly, helpful girl next door type of character. Similar to Sayori, but she's more mellowed out. A milder Genki girl. So she's somewhere between Sayori and Nagisa. She's also an idol. Of course, idol is a bit of a stretch as she only performs for a small audience. And she doesn't do what you'd call typical idol activity like singing or dancing. She just draws. So she's like a streamer who draws. But she enjoys what she does nonetheless. These traits are present in both her egg jellyfish and humanoid form. And referring to my notes earlier, I went with a very puffy dress to communicate the whites of the egg. And the darker laces represent the crispy edges of fried eggs. Also for her shoes, I didn't know what to go with, so I just went with ballet flats. Hopefully they're comfortable for her. Okay, I got the main ideas down, the poses, the outfits. Now there's just a little bit more rendering to go and the design for my Sona is done. But there's a problem. She's cute. Unfortunately, a bit too cute. She doesn't fully encapsulate my chud loser aura, you get what I mean? So I made an alternate design for her, and one that's a bit more me. So here's another way I interpreted the egg whites. A big blanket. When not streaming, she holds up in her favorite blanket, eating chips while gaming or doom scrolling through YouTube. And I guess that represents me very well. Okay, we're done for real now. And now look at her in all of her eggy glory. For those of you who watched till the end, thank you. And I'll say it again for those of you who've stuck around and supported my channel. Thank you very much. I'll be honest, I didn't expect much when I started this channel. I thought I'd post a few videos and then dip and leave the channel to collect dust. But I'm glad that we made it as far as we did. So thank you for all of your support. And unless my exams slime me out, I'll continue to do my best making videos and doing what I do, which is making silly art. Goodbye and have an excellent day.